Look at this. Look at my face. Burger, head, burger, head. How in the heck am I gonna eat? Look at this.
10 seconds later.
There we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh man. Hey everyone, I'm Greg Hudson, host of America's Best Restaurants, where we scour the country, checking out hidden gems as well as your local favorites. We found that today in Pipersville, Pennsylvania at this place, the Plumsteadville Inn, where not only do they have rooms upstairs, also an incredible food menu with items ranging from in-house made pretzels to a double cut pork chop. Come on in, let's go. Matt, what's up, man?
Hey, Greg, nice to meet you.
Good to see you. Great to meet you. This place is incredible.
It's awesome, isn't it?
I mean, the wood paneling, all the decor. This is beautiful.
Thanks. I thought you might be hungry, so I had something ready for you here.
Oh, let's go. I mean, come on. It's a food show. Let's go.
So we got our homemade Bavarian-style pretzels that we serve with a Dijon mustard cream sauce.
This is, this is what you want. As soon as you walk in the door, some food's ready. So we got some. Are these house-made pretzels?
Of course, everything's house-made. So, all right,
so talk me through. Yeah, talk me through. What are we doing here? How do we make this happen? Do we pour the sauce? What do we
rip
do?
and dip.
Rip and dip.
Yeah, I rip and dip. I'll let you have first dip.
Oh man, these are so soft. Rip and dip. Shake and bake, rip and dip. Look at that. You getting that? Ooh. All right, it's gonna spill. Come on, man. Those are phenomenal.
Yeah, and I really like in the sauce the black pepper that you see in there.
Well, yeah, so talk me through this again. It's a Dijon cream.
Yeah, so it's just heavy cream, Dijon mustard, salt, and pepper.
Yeah, but there is a kick in there. That whatever Dijon you're using, it's black pepper too?
Black pepper, yeah. The cracked black pepper.
And you guys make these pretzels in-house.
Right.
What's that process like, man? You can tell when a pretzel is house-made versus when it's just bought, frozen, heated up. These have a chew, a pull, a texture to them. What's in these, man?
Yeah, so it's a yeast-based dough. We use some malt. We also use a local lager, Lancaster lager in there. Have some more.
That's what I'm tasting.
Yeah.
Is that malt from that lager.
Yep.
There's something in a good way, like a funkiness to the pretzel, but in a good way that adds to it. It's not bland.
Nah.
You get a little funk to it, and that's what it's got to be.
It's got a lot going on in there.
Who came up with this recipe for these pretzels, man?
One of our chefs did. He likes German-inspired food, and we went with this. And instead of getting a frozen product, we wanted to make it by hand. So
This is great.
we hand roll them, we let them rise, then we boil them, then you bake them. So it's like a 4-step process.
How many a week do you go through of these?
How many batches or how many pieces?
Let's go with, you know what? Let's make it impressive, right? Let's go with pieces.
I'm gonna say at least 200 to 300.
Pieces of pretzels per week.
Yes.
Man. This is great. If you don't like a cake, do you have other sauces you can get with the pretzels?
Sometimes we have a cheese sauce in house. We don't always have it. Some people like our old cheese sauce that we used to serve with it, but we wanted to do something different, so this is the one we use.
I'm a big Dijon guy, especially when it comes to pretzels, because I love the kick that's behind it. What else are we going to be trying today, man? What do you got for us?
We got my personal favorite and our most famous, our double cut cowboy pork chop. We have a prime rib French dip, and then we have our #1 burger, our smokehouse burger.
The smokehouse burger.
Yes.
Okay, what can we expect from that?
It's got applewood smoked bacon, homemade crispy onions, a horseradish mayonnaise, and an 8-ounce beef patty.
I haven't eaten yet today, so if I'm lighting up as he's talking, that's probably why. Well, if you don't mind, man, I really want to get into some of the history of this place. If I'm not mistaken, 1751 the Plumsteadville Inn dates back to?
Correct.
Would you mind showing me around a little bit? Check it out.
Of course. Let's go check it out.
All right, let's do it. Okay, Matt, this is awesome.
Beautiful.
This feels just like an intimate little room where you can bring your family, your friends, but it also, honestly, I'm getting like a weird historic vibe in here, man. This is really cool.
Yeah, this is the room we call the lounge. This is actually the oldest part of the building. This room was standalone, the original cottage for the farm that was here, built in 1750.
1715?
15, correct.
not 51, 15.
No, this was the standalone cottage. So this is actually the oldest part of the building.
Man,
My
maybe
favorite-
that's what I feel.
Yeah.
I don't know. Seriously, there's something in here that you just feel.
Feels like history, right?
It does. Yes, that's what it is.
Yeah. My favorite part's the ceiling. I love the
That
arch
is
ceiling
beautiful.
in here.
My goodness. Now that can't be original.
As far as I know,
17, man, this is unbelievable. This is beautiful. And I love it. So this is all your decor, right? Like
correct, yeah.
Wow, beautiful.
I don't know who everybody is, but they fit the theme of the room that we were going for.
If you're watching, there's gonna be a history lesson later, okay? So make sure you stay tuned for that. No, I do, I just love the way this feels. It feels very intimate. And that's why 1715 this dates back to.
Correct, this room. And then on the other side of this room is the original dining section, which was built in 1751, which is what the circa 1751, the Plumsteadville Inn.
Sure.
So it had the 3 dining rooms over there and then the 8 in rooms above them.
Okay, so we're right sort of in the central hub of the historic part of everything between this and between that dining room. And then, so the rooms upstairs, those date back as well.
As well, 8 of them do. We have 13 total, but 8 of them are from the historic.
1751?
Correct.
That's unbelievable, man. So, okay, listen, my family lives in an old historic Victorian home. Or is it a little haunted? Have you heard anything? I'm being serious.
Yeah.
I'm being serious because I'm telling you, I come from a family that lives in a historic Victorian home. We've seen a few things, and this dates back that far.
Yeah.
Any rumors? Anything going
There's
on?
definitely rumors. I can't tell you all the truth, but I'll tell you some of the rumors. So we've had overnight guests say they have felt spirits or energy, as they call it, upstairs. And not too long ago, about a year, we had Bucks County Paranormal. They stayed overnight.
I've heard of them.
Yeah.
So they spent the night.
They spent the night. They did a tour of the whole hotel, the banquet room, the whole facility. They went in our basement, lights out. They were going around with all their tools that measure the energy.
And? Come on, man!
They said they seen things, and they felt things. They were in the banquet room, and something just fell out of nowhere.
That's actually what happened at my parents' house. I totally believe this stuff. And the fact that this dates back so far. Wow.
Now, if you ask any of the staff, they'll tell you it's 100% haunted.
So they spend most of the time here. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, so if you ask them, they feel like it's 100% haunted.
Okay, well, I believe the staff. I definitely believe that.
Yeah. All right, you want to check out the rest of the place?
Yeah, let's do, man.
Let's
I want
go.
to see the dining room, try this food. Let's go.
All right, so this is our main dining room. This is one of our more popular dining rooms, especially come wintertime with that nice big fireplace.
Oh,
the 2
yeah, that's
tables right in
gorgeous.
front of there are probably the most popular tables we have in the house.
Man, so what's your personal history with this place? Because we've talked about the history of the building itself. We know it dates back, but where do you come into this? Where does Matt join the story?
So the guy I purchased this from, I worked from since I was 13 years old. So I worked for him for over 20 years.
Wow, okay.
When he bought this, he reached out to me, see if I had any interest in coming aboard. I was doing something corporate at that point, really wasn't for me, so I was like, sure. So we were here during the renovations, we were remodeling, and then one thing led to another, and I turned into the GM opening day. So,
And when was this?
2012.
2012, and here we come full circle 10 years later.
Yeah.
And now you're the owner of the place.
Yes.
So there has to be a sort of personal pride that you take when it comes to every dish that comes out of that kitchen, every customer that walks in that door, having been a part of this for so long.
Yeah, I had a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in this place, so it means a lot to me.
Man, is this something you always were interested in?
Yeah, like I said, I started working in restaurants when I was 13. Went to Johnson & Wales for hospitality management. Was my first job, and my only job was this kind of field. So,
Gosh, and you come in, GM for your mentor. Are you guys still close?
Yeah.
Does he still, does he ever give you any advice? I mean, he's your mentor after all. So,
yeah.
I can't imagine taking care of a place this size with this much history.
yeah, that's this size and that much history. There's something that could happen every day here. Every day it's something new. So I definitely reach out to him a lot, ask his opinion on things, his advice, and we have a great relationship. We've worked together for over 20 years, so he's happy to give me advice and see me succeed.
Well, listen, it's your baby now.
Yeah.
Now it's yours. And I know we're gonna try some food in just a second. Have you tweaked the menu over the years? Are there some things on there that are staples that locals that have been here for a long time want you to keep?
Yeah, we have some staples that were on our menu from day one. Our chicken pot pie. I did have some contribution to that. We have a sweet potato pie crust on it.
Oh, okay.
We have meatloaf our chef's recipe for meatloaf's the best I've ever had, and that's been on the menu since we've opened.
Okay.
Our chicken parm, not many people can finish it, so
That's what I hear.
it's a challenge for everybody, but it is one of our best dishes and our most popular sellers.
Okay, and today, let's get into this now. I'm getting excited for this. So we had the pretzels. Now we've got to get into apparently a burger's on its way.
Yeah, it's our smokehouse burger.
We have a burger. We've got a French dip.
Prime rib French dip.
Oh, prime rib French
Yeah.
dip. And then the piece de resistance, if I said that correctly, is this double cut pork chop.
Bone in.
Bone in.
Yeah, you can't beat it.
Oh my gosh. We ready for some food?
I'm hungry.
All right, let's go. Well, as you can see, we're coming in hot with this burger. You aren't joking, man. This is massive.
Can you handle it?
I thought we're gonna try. You know, we started with the pretzel, and they were great. You could tell they were homemade. And you said we're gonna try a burger, and I'm thinking, you know, just a nice little easy handheld burger ready to go. We can't even put the bun on top yet of this thing. So talk me through it before I attempt to destroy it.
All right, it's an 8-ounce all beef patty. It's got a smoked cheddar cheese on there,
Oh, love that.
applewood smoked bacon.
Okay.
Hence the smokehouse burger.
Sure.
Then we have some homemade crispy onions on there, a local sliced thick cut tomato, horseradish mayonnaise, and some lettuce.
By the way, I commented before we started rolling on this tomato. It's bright. I was going to ask you if it was local. It's a bright red color, super thick cut. What's the blend on the burger? I'm always curious about that.
It's just all beef on that one.
All beef. All
Yep.
right, let's go. What do I just put this on top and just try to smush it?
I usually put it
What
on
do you
top
do?
and hand it down.
Come on, Matt, help me out here. Come on, look, seriously. Look at this. Look at my face. Burger, head, burger, head. How in the heck am I gonna eat? Look at this. It goes up to my eyeballs. How am I gonna eat this thing?
You gotta get a little bit of everything in the first bite.
So we just push. This is not gonna, well, it's gonna end well, but it's gonna end messy. Oh my goodness, this. Pretty sure you just put a steak on a bun and handed it to me. Okay, we getting in there? We ready? I don't know.
You can do it. You can do it. I got
Unhinge my
faith in
jaws.
you.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Ah. Oh man,
Get a little bit of everything.
you do. You really do. You want to cut some of this for yourself?
No, I was gonna give you
You're just gonna
this.
give me more napkins, okay? I'm just a mess. What's the sauce? Sorry, I'm done. Keep rolling. What's the sauce on the bottom that I'm getting?
Horseradish
I need more
mayonnaise.
napkins. The horseradish, that's what's caught right now. It's why my eyes are bloodshot. But that is great. And I love the onion straw because it adds a new texture.
Yep.
A little bit of light crunch, then the bacon gives it a full crunch. I'm like super excited right now. Great cook on that too. Man,
Perfect.
compliments to the chef. Ready? We're gonna try number 2.
You got it.
You see how they're laughing at me sometimes when I try this stuff? You see them laughing? Because they're like, he's not gonna get this. There's no way. He's gonna choke again. Nope, this time I'm getting it right. Oh. No horseradish down the wrong pipe this time. There we go. Oh, that bacon's phenomenal too.
Oh, awesome.
That's great. Does every burger come like this?
No, not like
This is the smokehouse.
that's the smokehouse.
Does every burger that you have look like this, where it's 6 stories high?
They build it that way.
Man.
They can build their own burger. So that's the one that we have as a complete burger.
Okay.
The other ones they can just build and put whatever they want on. So
Goodness gracious.
we sell more of these than we do of regular burgers.
You read my mind. I was gonna say, I know it's always fun to build your own burger, but if you're bringing this to the table, I think I'm just gonna stick with this.
Oh yeah.
So is this something that's been around for a while on this menu, or is it relatively new?
No, it's been around for a good 6-7 years.
Okay.
So we did a burger competition with the staff, and we let them all introduce different style burgers. We had a Bavarian
What?
burger, a pizza burger, and the competition was whatever one sold the best, we would keep on the menu, and then we gave them the employee that made it a reward. And that's the one that stuck it out.
You hearing this? Do you recall who made this burger?
Yes, he no longer works here anymore.
That's
but
okay, we'll give him a shout out.
His name's Terry Deck.
Terry, Terry, I hope you're making burgers somewhere, sir. Wherever you are, I hope it involves creating burgers, because this is incredible. And has this become a bit of a favorite with your regulars?
Oh, of course, yeah. Like I said, we sell more of that than our build your own burgers, so.
That is unbelievable. Well, okay, we're starting with the burger, and if this is how we're starting, I don't know what's gonna happen with the French dip and then this double cut pork chop that I keep hearing all about. I'm gonna maybe get another bite of this, but then I think we try the French dip.
Yeah,
but
you gotta save some room.
Where do we go? How do we go any further from here? I don't know. Anyway, another bite and then we'll see what the French dip, okay? Matt, you're giving me hit after hit after hit, man.
I hope you can handle some more food.
I'm gonna try. I did okay with the burger, right? We did all right with it. We did okay. Okay, first of all, full disclosure here, I am a sucker for any dippable sandwich. The French dip, top of the list. So how do you guys make yours? I'm gonna get my napkin ready because I can already see we're gonna need it.
Well, we first start with the world famous Amarosa rolls. And then we use a oven roasted prime rib that we thinly slice. We lather the bread with the horseradish mayonnaise. Reheat the meat in the house-made au jus that we use from the veal bones.
Oh, okay.
Put that all together. Couple slices of provolone cheese, bake it in the oven to golden perfection, and put it on the plate.
Here we go.
With some extra au jus on the side.
I don't know if you notice this. Anytime somebody says that they lather a sandwich with sauce or some sort of condiment, I feel really good about it. And what about the bread again? Tell me about this bread.
Amarosa.
It's
Philadelphia based, and they're really known for Philly cheesesteaks. So.
Oh, okay.
Most Philly cheesesteaks are on Amarosa rolls.
Oh, we'll take them. We'll take them with a French dip. So, yeah, you told me just kind of like
fold it and then dunk it.
Fold and dunk. We had rip and dip, now we're folding and dunking. This looks great.
It's another big bite. Are you gonna do it?
You made it, man. What do you mean it's another? You knew this was happening. This is your sandwich. I think you just like making me do this, which I'm not mad at. It will barely dip in there. Look at that. That thing barely dips in.
The toasted bun helps absorb all that juice.
I was gonna say, I like that the bun isn't falling apart, because I've seen before with the French dip, sometimes if it's not toasted that way and crunchy, the bun just falls apart. You don't get all of that.
Yep.
But with this, I think we're...
There you go. You got it all in there.
Good
now.
little dipper. Here we go.
Good little dipper. I like that.
You're doing this on purpose. He really is. Again, I'm not upset about it. Oh, come on. That bread is no joke.
There we get it delivered fresh daily.
I'm telling you right now, this bread is a big key component to this sandwich. Now listen, the prime rib is undeniable. Undeniable. And again, I love the horseradish mayo you guys use.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. But the bread keeps it all together.
Yep.
And I mentioned it before, but it's the truth. How many times do you see like a French dip or a dippable sandwich fall apart because of the bread? But this, they are doing it right. You are doing it right by constructing it this way.
Thank you.
Was this your recipe?
It's a combination of everybody involved here.
Okay.
So we've had it on the menu without the cheese, without the mayonnaise, and we found the best combination was putting everything together.
I'm also very old school when it comes to prime rib. I really like to have some sort of horseradish component to it.
Yeah.
And what I love about this is some people, horseradish can be a bit too much. It's a bit too spicy. This, I don't know if it's the mayo that's with it or the ratio, but it gives you just enough kick in there that you taste it, and it goes with the prime rib, but it's not overpowering.
Yeah, you don't want to kill it at all. I mean, you want to be able to taste the meat, taste the cheese, taste the freshness of the roll. You want to be able to taste it all, so.
Oh my gosh.
You gotta have that right balance. You gotta try a chip though. They're homemade chips that
I wanted to ask you about
we make
that. These
here
look
daily.
great.
Just seasoned with a little salt.
Oh, just fresh cut?
Yep.
Just thinly sliced, fried, little salt, that's it? So simple, but so delicious.
Yeah.
But it goes back to what you were saying too. A lot of what you guys make here is scratch made.
Yeah.
Like 95%, like if possible, you guys make it from
Yeah,
scratch.
we try to have our hands in every component of every dish that we're making.
This is unbelievable. Again, I'm a massive fan of a French dip, any dippable sandwich. You know what I'm gonna do though? Now we've got the pork chop coming around the corner.
Correct.
But because we are in the Philadelphia area, that means that our producer David is here and he loves French dips. So I'm gonna look off camera real quick, just to, I'll save you a bite, brother, I promise. Just not this one. That was a good one too. You should have had that one. Anyway, that was for David, but the pork chop is next, I promise you. Okay, Matt, you weren't lying, man. This is a double cut pork chop, if I've ever seen one. Love the hatch marks on there too.
Yeah.
Looks beautiful. And talk me through the demi-glace sauce as well.
So the demi-glace is homemade. It's made from veal bones. Our chef gets in a leg of veal that he hand butchers for all our veal dishes. And we use the bones, the leftover scraps of that, and render it down in the oven, and then cook it all day and make our homemade demi-glace.
Beautiful. Oh my gosh. Now you're gonna try this with me, right?
If you're gonna let me, I will.
Yeah, of course. So this is double cut?
Yes.
You make sure that...
Double cut, center cut, and bone in. Our purveyor gets it in specialty for us and hand cuts it as well for us.
That's beautiful. That's perfect. It's still juicy, cooked all the way through.
It's about 14 ounces.
There we go. Look at this. This is for you.
sharing
That's for me.
too.
Yeah, I'm gonna share. There you go.
I'm gonna take the whole big piece if you don't mind.
Is that what we do? We just eat it all at once? Now you're the owner. Is this up to your standards right now?
It's cooked perfect, seasoned perfect. It's just a perfect dish.
See, and I like sopping up that demi-glaze sauce as well. I'll leave a little for the potato, but this is what you want right there. That's how I like it. Just dripping down.
Anytime a customer asks, what do you recommend? This is my go-to. How juicy is that?
That is incredibly juicy. What's the secret to that?
It's the thickness, how it's cooked. The bone in keeps it nice and juicy as well.
Because here's the thing, I'll tell you, if you've ever cooked a pork chop at home, they're very easy to dry out.
Yes.
Very easy to dry out. I mean, literally 30 seconds to a minute can make a difference when you're cooking a pork chop.
Yep.
That's done to perfection. I wonder if part of it too has to do with, anytime you cook something, you leave the bone in, it helps retain that moisture. But this is so juicy.
Yep. Yeah, grilling it, locking in all the juices, then finish it in the oven. And then, of course, like any other piece of meat, you have to let it rest for a little while before you go ahead and serve it. So.
But this is perfection. This is absolute
Can
perfection.
I have another piece?
Yeah.
I'm gonna steal that one.
It's like I'm creating art. I'm like slicing it very slowly as I'm looking at it. I can't help it. I want to check it out.
I really enjoyed the
slice it.
char on it too.
I think that's what I'm tasting too, because there's a little crunch from those marks. The grill marks that the chef put on there.
Yeah.
But you're right, it does offer a little bit of char,
Uh-huh.
which goes great with that pork.
Yeah, with that thick of a cut, you need a lot of flavor to season the whole meat. So.
You know what I really appreciate though? That we put some broccoli on there so we feel a little better about ourselves. Like we got some green vegetables on the plate. We feel a little better about it.
You gotta eat healthy a little bit, right?
Yeah. This has to be a regular favorite for people.
Oh yeah, it's probably one of our most popular dishes. Like I said, that's my go-to when somebody asks what I recommend, but half the staff does it as well. I've never had somebody tell me they haven't enjoyed that.
Let's have one more bite, can't we? I know, listen, the episode's almost over, but that's why I want to have another bite on camera.
I can always make
Here you
room
go.
for this.
It's for you. Oh, wait, here. I'll let you put your own demi-glace on there.
You even cut it for me. You're a nice
I
guy.
did. I'm a gentleman.
I won't steal all the sauce though.
Oh, this sauce is just... And you can tell this didn't come frozen in a bag. This is just incredible. Oh, look at that dripping off.
It's as fresh as it gets right there.
Lights out. Thank you so much for the invitation.
It's been a pleasure.
It's been an absolute pleasure for us as well. Just the history that this place has, the food that you have. Where can people find you on social media?
We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, and then we also have our own app as well, which is the Plum app.
The Plum app. Well, look for the Plum app on Apple and Android, Google
Yes,
Play.
both. They're available on
all
both.
of the above. Check out the app. That's the Plum app. So we want to thank you for joining us here on this episode of America's Best Restaurants. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and comment below. Let me know what dish you want to try. Maybe you want to try the pretzels, that French dip that you saw. I think that you got it right, though, man. I think the pork chop is the play when you come here.
Thank you.
So thanks for joining us. We'll see you on the next episode of America's Best Restaurants.